Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for taking your time out to be with me today. I know time is very precious. We only have so much of it, and so we can't get any more. So I appreciate you taking your time to be with me today. Today I'm going to be talking about a simple weight loss plan that anyone can follow. Anyone, and I mean anyone, can follow this. Most women that I talk to say that they have 1,001 things on their plate and they need a plan that fits into their life. Well, I am about to describe to you that exact plan. It is simple, it is easy to understand, easy to follow, and it's sustainable over long term. It's going to focus on basic principles, not on having to have a math degree so that you can lose weight, to tell you how much to eat, how to figure out what to eat, all the things. That's not required in this way of eating, in this plan. So remember that simplicity is key to creating a weight loss plan that is going to last, because it has to be simple and it has to be effective, it has to be manageable, but it can't be complex. I mean, how many of you have found that these complex diets where you have to count all the things, look at all of the points and all of that, they're most of the time they're difficult to maintain over long term. I know it was for me. I can't tell you how many times, how many apps I had, how many little sliders. Back in Weight Watchers days, they had these little sliders that you used, and you would look at the points, and it was maddening. It had books that you had to carry around, this big binder of books that I had to carry around and look up, and now they have the app, which all that's in there. But it's still like all of your energy, all of your focus is still on the food. It's still on the food, when really what we want to do is forget about the food. We want to live our lives and not have our lives revolve around the food. Are you with me? Do you get it? I mean, anybody else in that circle? Anybody else want to just forget about the food? Can I just forget about the food and just live my life without being so consumed about it or with it and about it all the time? Getting up, going to bed, always got food on your brain. What am I going to eat? What am I not going to eat? What am I going to eat in the morning? What can I have to eat tomorrow? It's the weekend. Here's the weekend. What do I get to eat this weekend that I couldn't eat during the week? Because, we're always real good during the week. Come weekend, all the rules are out, and we're going to go and eat. I used to call it my weekend fat girl, because I would go and eat all the things on the weekend that I wasn't allowed to eat during the week. Can anybody relate? I did that for years and years and years. Come home from work on Friday. Friday, the week is over. It is tiring. I've had a hard week. I've had a long week, and I'm ready to chillax. I'm just ready to relax. So what do? I stop. I have in my mind, I'm going to stop by the dollar store, and I'm going to fill my little basket with all the treats, all the cookies and the candy that I wasn't eating during the week because I was being good. And then I'm going to eat it on the way home, and then stop and find a trash can to hide the evidence before I get home, so nobody knows that I've eaten that. And then go home, and typically on Friday nights it was go out to Mexican and then eat all the Mexican food, the chips and the cheese and all the stuff. Am I the only one that's ever done that? Well, this plan, I'm going to give you 3 keys that are going to make up this food freedom roadmap, and I'm going to be talking about. And the first key is food freedom. We are born with a calorie counter in our system. All babies are born with it. You do not have to teach a baby when to get hungry, and you do not have to teach a baby when to get full. They will push the bottle away. They will turn their head. They've had enough. That's not a taught behavior. That is not a taught behavior. That is something that we're born with, but we override it so much that we are out of touch with those things. So what you're going to do is take off the good and bad food labels. Because like telling your child, here's 10 toys you can play with. Here's 10 toys, but you can't play with that one. You can't play with this particular one. What are they going to do? They're going to want to go to that one. They have all these other 9 that they love and that they may have even asked for, but that one that's off limits, that's the one they want to go to. Does that remind you of anything? For my faith-filled folks out there, is that not how it started in the beginning? You've got this whole garden before you. You can eat of all of these trees except that one. And what did they end up doing? They went to that one. So when you take the food labels off and you allow yourself to have anything that you want, it's going to take away that forbidden, irresistible savor to that food, because you can have it anytime you want. The reason that we eat more than just one cookie is because we don't know when we're going to get another one again. I had a client this week. She had baked brownies to take to work, and she said, I only ate 2 brownies. I didn't eat the whole pan. But the reason that we eat the whole pan is because you don't know when you're going to get it again. You don't know. So that is the thing. If you say, well, I can have that, I can have, whatever it is tomorrow, then why are you going to be so rushed to get it all in today? Because I can have that tomorrow. I can have that anytime I get ready as long as I'm hungry. So no more good and bad food labels. The next thing is mindful eating. I encourage you to eat mindfully. When you eat and you are focused on what you're eating and what you're doing, and you're not playing with your phone, and you're not watching the TV, and you're not scrolling on your computer, it gives your mind and your stomach chance to communicate. They have this little dialogue going on. Your brain and your stomach are talking. Your stomach sends a signal to your brain to say, hey, cut it off. I've had enough. And your brain is like, okay. So that signal goes out to your body and says, I've had enough. But when you're just mindlessly eating, you're sitting in front of the TV with a bottle of popcorn or a bag of Doritos. Anybody been there? You look down, where are they at? You don't even realize you've eaten them all. Because your mind and your stomach, your mind and your body have not been able to have that conversation about when it's had enough. And also, I want you to build in sustainable changes. I don't want you to just throw everything out, cleaning out the pantry, cleaning out the refrigerator. I want you to make gradual adjustments. So, like I was talking about the brownies, if your family has pizza on Friday nights, then you're in there getting 4 pieces of pizza. Why not just have 3? And see how you do. Have you had enough? Listen to your body. Have you had enough when you've had 3 pieces of pizza? And again, don't be eating it in front of the TV. Give yourself a chance to let your mind and your stomach have that little conversation. Do things small. If you have 6 Cokes a day, knock it down to 4 and have 2 waters instead. But make them sustainable. These diets that are so rigid and are difficult to last long term. I mean, they really, really are. Because you're not enjoying them. They are drudgery. You're like, I can't wait to get off this diet so I can go back to eating the way I was eating before. And that's what's happened. That's how we stay on that roller coaster. That's how we stay on that hamster wheel. It's not making the changes sustainable, something that we can do for the rest of our lives. It's imperative that you do that. The way that you lose the weight is how you're going to keep it off. What we do is we lose the weight, and then at the end, we're like, well, what do we do now? What do you do once you've lost the weight? How are you going to eat? But when you build those things in over time and you come to the end, that's what I did. I was like, well, this is just how I eat. Learning a new way of eating, learning that new relationship with food. Key number 2 is a renewed mindset. Basically, what you're doing is you're rewiring your brain so that you can have and see and interpret information around food and around your food behaviors. This is renewing your mind, changing your mind. The Bible talks about don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That means change the way you think, change the way you think about food, change the way you think about your relationship with food, how you interact with food, what role does food play in your life? Is everything you do revolved around food? When somebody invites you to a party, is the first thing on your mind, well, wonder what they're going to have to eat? Or is it, oh man, I get to see my friends, I get to hang out with my friends? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about going to a party like that? Is it the food or is it the fellowship? So as you rewire your brain, as you retrain your brain, as you renew your mind, you're going to stop saying things to yourself like, I can't do this. This is too hard. I'm never going to get this. Stop telling yourself those things. Stop telling yourself those things. Stop it. You want to build in things. You want to build in positive self-talk. You want to be your biggest cheerleader. You want to renew your mind with faith-filled thoughts instead of negative self-defeating ones. And don't be shoulding all over yourself either. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I should have had this weight off. I should be, have this figured out by now. Don't do that. We're moving forward. It is a new day, girl. It is a new day for you. Tracking your progress. And I'm not talking about all the food on all the apps. I'm not talking about writing down your calories and writing down all the things. I'm talking about the progress in here. Write down how you feel. Write down how you feel when you don't eat that pan of brownies and you only eat 2. Write down when you choose to eat 2 pieces of pizza instead of 4. Write down how that makes you feel. I guarantee you it's going to make you feel empowered. You'll be like, wow, I did it. I survived. I didn't die when I didn't eat 4 pieces of pizza and only had 2. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to give you it's going to build up your physical and your mental muscle because you're doing that. It will. Physically, your muscles are built by doing exercise. Mentally, your muscles are built by exercising your brain, your mind, and how that is strengthened is through a renewed mindset. Keep a journal about how you feel around your food, around the food. How you feel when you didn't give in and eat when you were not truly hungry. And write down why. Why do I want to run to food right now? Why do I want to run to food for comfort? Why does this make me feel, why do I feel like I am just my skin is going to crawl off if I don't get something right now? How much power are you giving that food? You're saying that brownie or that cupcake or whatever it is more powerful than you. It's not. It's not more powerful than you are. Focus on long-term solutions and not just quick fixes. Because quick fixes are not going to solve your problem. They might in the short term. You might lose some weight, but you go off of that and you're going to go right back to the way it was before. You're going to need to do something that is long-term. That involves your body and your mind. That's why the first piece was about your food freedom, and the second was about your mindset, renewing your mind. The third part is faith-focused. You have a foundation in Christ to help you walk this journey, and that is huge. That is huge. That is the bedrock and the foundation of what you're doing. God, Jesus Christ, is the anchor that's going to keep you when you want to run to the food for comfort. Appreciate your body as the temple of the Holy Spirit. Honor your body. Honor it. God blessed you with one body. Lovingly speak to your body. Don't be talking to yourself like you're one of those evil stepsisters on Cinderella. Losing weight and keeping it off comes from a place of love, not beating yourself up. You're not going to beat yourself into weight loss. It's not going to happen. And when you've got God on your side, He will help you. You do not have to rely on yourself. You don't have to do this alone. Relying on His power and not just your willpower, it makes all the difference in the world. It's going to help you to resist when you're not truly hungry. When you want to run to the refrigerator to have a snack, go and pray instead, because you know what? There's no calories, and you're going to walk away feeling so much better. You're not going to walk away feeling like, feeling the guilt and the shame that comes from when you've eaten the whole basket of, whatever it is, the whole sleeve of Oreos. You're not going to walk away. You're going to walk away feeling so much better. And there's 2 additional tips that I do want to give to you, and that is movement. Now, I don't overly emphasize movement a lot, but it is important. But make it something that you can build into your life. Make it just a simple walk, or just have some little hand weights and just do those when you're sitting there. Anybody can do that. There's so many videos on YouTube, guys, that you can even do them from a chair. But you can work up a sweat. Believe me, I've done it. You can get hot, and you can get winded, and your heart rate can get up sitting down. Believe me. And then the last thing is community. Simple plans will often if you are trying to do it on your own, a lot of times it'll fail. But having that community of people that you can go to, having that community of women that are supporting you and encouraging you and lifting you up, praying for you, it really does help. And so I'll invite you to come over to my Facebook group, my free Facebook group, Weight Loss Made Simple, Dropping the Physical and Mental Weight. And we are there encouraging each other, lifting each other up, supporting each other. And you can join in so that you can get that support that you need too, with the ladies walking the same journey that you are. So I appreciate you taking your time to listen in today. I hope that you got something out of this. And if you want to come over and join, I highly recommend that you do that. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell so that you get notifications of my videos, so that I can help you walk and live and just have the abundant life that you deserve, because you do. You are an amazing, amazing woman, and I just want to see you off the sidelines and living life to its fullest. So until next week, y'all take care. Bye.